Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Look It Up Podcast. I'm Channel Homer, and this is my pawpaw, Tony Gudo. Now, you can find us on Facebook under his name, Tony Gudo, and YouTube under the Look It Up Podcast. Now, pawpaw, we're going to jump right into it. Let's look at the top college football playoff top 25.
Yeah, let's look at the scores briefly. Of course, LSU won last week. Big win against Arkansas. Tough win. They were behind in the first quarter, but they ended up coming back and they ended up winning that football game.
So glad they got that win.
The quarterback looked real good.
Michael Van Buren, man.
Yeah, I guess he'll play the rest of the year, what it sounds like, because Nussmeier has suffered a little bit more injury to his torso. Mm-hmm. They said, last thing I heard is he's getting ready for the NFL draft. You start planning for that. So I guess he'll start working out on with different teams in that kind of way, I guess. Anyway, that's what's going on. Van Buren will be there. This week we play Western Kentucky.
In Death Valley on senior night.
Last home game.
Yep.
And, Western Kentucky is a decent team. They play a pretty good ball. Had them on one of my picks last week and I won some money with them. They beat Middle Tennessee, but Middle Tennessee is not doing too good. But we should be able to handle them with no problem. But, you never know. Mm-hmm. The point spread is pretty high. I would not bet the point spread because you never know what LSU will be doing that day. Mm-hmm. The Saints were off last week. This week they would be playing the dreaded Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons. The Falcons failed. They failed to win last week. They lost to the Carolina Panthers.
And we beat the Carolina Panthers 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it makes sense that we win, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the NFL. We'll have to find out. Anyway, let's look at the top 25 last week in college football. One of the big games was Oregon. Oregon beat Minnesota 42-13. Indiana, of course, still winning 31-7 over Wisconsin.
Yep.
Notre Dame beat Pittsburgh 37-15. That was a little bit of a surprise. I thought Pittsburgh was going to hang in there tougher than they did. But the problem was they got behind 2 touchdowns real quick with a couple of turnovers. So that didn't help at all. A&M, woo, what a game. A&M was down at halftime, 30-3, I think it was.
30-3.
30-3. And I don't know what the coach said at halftime. I've heard a few interviews from some of the players from the A&M team, and they said they just all looked at each other and said, hey, we got to focus. We got to take one play at a time, and we only have a half. So we have to hurry. We can't wait if we're going to score 30 points. And what happened?
They scored 30.
They scored 31 and won the game. Now, I couldn't believe South Carolina couldn't stop them or could not score in the second half. But
I couldn't either.
That's what happened. Hell of a game. A&M came back and put a lot of stock in them, and that's good for them because going through a game like that is going to make them stronger for when the playoffs come. Michigan, number 18, they beat Northwestern 24-22. Arizona State 25-23 over West Virginia. Virginia, I liked that game last week. I was right. 34-17 over Duke. Virginia's got a good team. They lost that one game 2 weeks ago. That hurt them. Miami, number 13, 41-7 over NC State. I don't know if that says anything about them, but Miami's got some tough games coming up. We'll talk about them when we look at the playoffs. USC, number 15, they beat Iowa 26-21. Iowa's lost close games to 3 of the top 10 teams. Mm-hmm. And they end up now, they're out of the top 25 because of it. So, if Iowa was playing a different schedule, they might be a lot better off. But, that's the way it works. Texas Tech, one of my teams for way back in the summer when I talked about them, they're still winning over UCF 48-9 last week. Georgia Tech, they had a close
squeak
game.
By Boston College.
Squeak by. Boston College is not a good football team. Georgia Tech must have overlooked them, but they won 36-34.
And
biggest
upset, Oklahoma goes into
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, went into Tuscaloosa and took down the Tide. 23-21.
Ooh, look out, Tide. The Tide didn't drop out much. I think they're number 12 right now.
10.
But they're number 10, so that's why I just said 10. Oklahoma's 8, so Oklahoma moved up ahead of them. Illinois, number 21, they won 24-6. Yep. Tulane, number 24 in the country. They won 35-24 over Florida Atlantic. Tennessee, number 20, 42-9.
Over New Mexico State.
Ole Miss handled Florida with no problems, I guess. I mean, Florida hung in there for a while. It was 34-24 at the final. Ole Miss, I don't know. Where's he going? Where's Kiffin going? Is he coming to Baton Rouge, Gainesville, or staying in Oxford?
We don't know.
My money is Baton Rouge. We'll find out. Utah, 55-28.
Puts a beat down on Baylor.
On Baylor. Ooh, that was bad. That was an ugly showing for Baylor.
Then we got the last game of the night?
It wasn't the last, but it was close.
It was the big game.
The big game.
Saturday night was the rematch of last year's SEC championship, Texas and Georgia. And Texas, yes, goes down badly to Georgia, 35-10.
Yeah, they really was never in the game.
Georgia embarrassed.
Georgia,
Texas.
I tell you what, Georgia's coming at the right time. They're getting better and better at the right time of the season to do it. But Georgia, what Georgia would like to happen, and I don't know if that's going to happen, they would like probably to miss the championship game because that's an extra game they don't really need to play because right now they're in the top 4. So if they just went out, which is an easy game this week, and I think they end up with Georgia Tech at the end of the season.
Yep.
If they win those games, they're in the top 4 anyway, and they're in the playoffs. So they would like to avoid that SEC championship game.
A big game.
So we never know.
Big game that I thought was good. Missouri beat Mississippi State 49-27. Now,
Mizzou, yeah.
Yeah, now they got a hard, is it this week? Next week, I think. Yeah, next week, Mississippi State got a hard game against Ole Miss in the Egg Bowl.
Yep, the Egg Bowl. Ole Miss has got a bye week this week, so they've got a week to get ready for the Egg Bowl.
And then BYU blows the brakes off of TCU.
Yep, BYU was good. BYU looked good. Last week, my picks went 3-3. Should have been a little bit better, but
didn't go so good for you.
Good. This coming week, my college picks. Remember, if you make any bets, only bet what you can afford to lose. College games, I like Duke -6.5 over North Carolina and Belichick. I like USC +9.5 at Oregon. I'm not sure who's going to win the game, but I think USC hangs around in that game.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a big game this week. And I like Jackson State. Jackson State -1.5 over Florida International University. That's my 3 college picks.
That's a big
one. Some of the other games. Let's look at the top 25 or the top 12 bracket. Right now, the college football bracket
is
here's what they got ranked. This is as of Tuesday last night. They have number 1 Ohio State, number 2 Indiana, number 3 Texas A&M, and number 4 Georgia. Those would be the 4 teams at this point that would be having a bye if the playoffs started today. The other matchups at this point would be Tulane playing Texas Tech, Notre Dame playing Oklahoma, University of Miami playing the Ole Miss Rebels, and Alabama playing at Oregon. And then the winners of those games will move on to Georgia, Ohio State, A&M, and Indiana. So, the college playoff looks tough. I mean, there's still some things that could happen. A lot of things can happen. Alabama could fall out. If they lose to Auburn, they could fall out.
If they lose the Iron Bowl next week, they could fall out.
Yeah, they will probably fall out. Also, if they happen to get into the SEC championship and lose that game, that could knock them out the playoffs.
That's what happened to Georgia 2 years ago.
Yeah, and Texas a couple of years back. Yeah. And they still have Notre Dame showing up in here. You never know. Notre Dame, their schedule has been weak. They ain't played nobody. I don't even know why they still ranked in the top 10, personally, because you look at their schedule, they hadn't really played anybody good. A lot of 2-win, 3-win teams I saw today on one of the things I was reading on Facebook or somewhere. And who else? Miami's not in here, and I don't think Miami's going to get in here. Because Miami,
they're right there.
Where they at? Oh, I'm sorry. Miami's 11. I don't think Miami stays in there. Miami's going to have to lose. They have to play several tough games.
They play.
Who they play this week? They might have an easy game this week.
They play Virginia Tech.
Yeah, they should win Virginia Tech. And by the way, Virginia Tech hired a coach this week.
James Franklin. Well, they didn't hire him yet.
Yeah, it's already been done.
They said they're signing
Yeah,
him. So.
anyway, they're signing him. He's going to be the new Virginia Tech coach. Coming out of Penn State. He said he said on game day about a month ago, I will be back coaching. Well, he's back coaching. I may have, if I was him, I might have waited for a little bit better job. But Virginia Tech has won a championship in the past, so I guess he could recruit up and down the coastline and do pretty good for them.
And some other big games we got this week. We got Mizzou goes to Oklahoma.
Yep.
That should be a good game. Like I said, Miami plays Virginia Tech. Ohio State has another cupcake game. Rutgers.
But most of the SEC this week have cupcake games. Alabama's playing Eastern Illinois. Georgia playing Charlotte.
And Vanderbilt and Kentucky could be a good game.
That could be a good game.
Syracuse and Notre Dame. Syracuse has been beating some good teams.
Arkansas and Texas. Texas should handle Arkansas, I would think.
Well, I mean, we thought they were going to beat Georgia.
Yeah, Tulane plays Temple. Tulane should win that game.
Yeah, Kansas State and Utah.
Utah is doing good. They are playing good football. They're playing their best football right now than they played all year. So we'll see what happens if they get
Michigan plays Maryland.
Yeah, that's not much of a big game.
Nope.
Pittsburgh and Georgia Tech now, that could be a good one. Pittsburgh got a good football game.
Yep.
Pittsburgh got a good game, and Georgia Tech is very good. So they both playing that's for the ACC. They fighting for the ACC championship over there. That's why I don't know what's going to happen with the ACC. If Georgia Tech's going to make it, or Duke, or possibly Miami into the top, into the ACC championship.
Got Tennessee and Florida.
Tennessee and Florida, at Florida. Tennessee, Florida didn't look too good last week against Ole Miss, but they hung in there.
I like this. This is probably my favorite game of the week. BYU and Cincinnati.
That's a good game. That's going to be a real good game. BYU has only lost one game, and I think Cincinnati just lost one game. If I remember right, they both only lost one. Let me click on them just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure they both lost just one game. I don't see the schedule, but anyway, I think they just lost one game. So anyway, that's probably going to do it for college football.
No, Cincinnati has 2 losses.
Oh, Cincinnati has 2. Okay. So anyway, there's some good college football games. Not as good as brackets as we'd like to see for this week, but Thanksgiving week offers a lot, because Thanksgiving week has what? All the inter conferences like Oregon and Washington and
rivalry games.
Yeah, rivalry games that are tough inside state, mostly like Oklahoma State, those kind of games.
Yep.
So that's going to be good in 2 weeks, week after next, Thanksgiving weekend.
All right, moving on to the NFL.
Moving on to the NFL. What happened last week? Let's see.
On Thursday night football, Patriots beat the Jets single-handedly.
No problem.
27-14.
Patriots are a good football team. Look like they're going to win that.
I don't understand. They're coming back. I mean, this team, they just beat a team dealing with a lot of injuries, though. Dolphins, on Sunday morning, where was it at?
That was in Berlin, I think, or somewhere.
But
they lost. They won in overtime.
Yep, they beat in Spain, Madrid.
In Madrid, that's right. I'm sorry. The week before was in
Yeah.
Berlin. Anyway, 16-13. Dolphins won in overtime with a field goal. Packers handled the Giants 27-20. Texans 16-13. That was some pretty close games in here.
Yep.
Panthers beat the Falcons, as I mentioned earlier, 30-27.
That's the second time this year.
Yep. And guess what? The Bears are looking good.
The Bears
are winning.
The Bears.
They're winning. They beat
Jaguars.
19-17. They beat the Vikings.
Jaguars beat the crap out of the Chargers. What the heck happened?
What happened to the Chargers? I don't know. I think the quarterback had a bad day from what I've seen in the numbers.
Obviously.
But Jaguars.
Looks like they scored 2 field goals.
Jacksonville, I think, is leading they're not leading, but them in Indianapolis are fighting. for that division right now.
Chargers.
And Houston is falling back.
Chargers.
Houston's falling back, but Houston's been losing close games. And of course, they lost their quarterback.
Well, the quarterback is hurt. So.
Quarterback is hurt, so that makes a big difference too. 49ers handled the Cardinals with no problem, 41-22.
Yep.
Oh, the Seahawks and the Rams. The Rams pulled it off, 21-19 over the Seahawks.
And you saw that Devontae Adams caught his 1,000th reception in that game.
Yep.
And then the Broncos handled the Chiefs once again.
Oh, the Chiefs are 5-5. Chiefs have
5-4.
I don't think they're going to make
it's
5-5 now, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
No, they're 5.
If you
They're
look at
out of the
schedule,
hunt.
Look at the schedule.
Yeah, they're
They play some tough teams.
They're barely
down
in the
line.
hunt.
They play some tough teams down the line. Their
So-
schedule. I looked at it yesterday, and I said, "Man, I don't see how they get in. They got to win 4, 5, 6 games. I don't think they can do that. So I don't
Ravens-
think the Chiefs are going to make it.
Ravens beat the Browns, but you know who they put in? Shedeur Sanders.
And he had a bad day.
He had a bad day.
He had a bad
He
day.
had the chance. He had a chance to go win the game for the Browns,
His numbers were
and they
pitiful.
failed. They failed to win the game. Eagles on Sunday Night Football. The Eagles,
Handled Detroit.
they didn't handle them.
Detroit, man.
It was a 7. It was a
It
7.
was a defensive game, but Detroit should not move the ball. They had so much pressure on Goff. He could not, and Goff is like a statue back there. He was not moving. He could not get out the way. The defense was pounding him, and if they was not pounding him, they were in his face. And I think, if I remember right, they batted down like 5 or 6 balls before when he was trying to throw the ball out. So the
Cowboys
Goff looked bad. Hopefully, Goff comes back a lot better this
On
week.
Monday Night Football, the Cowboys beat the crap out of the Raiders, 33-16.
And of course, the Cowboy fans are all cheering, but they played the Raiders. The Raiders have won 2 games, I think, maybe 3. They haven't won much. They're as bad as the Saints are. So,
Worse than the Saints, in my opinion.
I don't know what the Cowboys are cheering about. Guess what? This week they play Philly. We'll find out if they're good or not. We'll find out this week how good they really are.
And I heard that neither Pickens and CeeDee Lamb aren't playing.
Aren't playing?
Aren't. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
They both played last week. Are they hurt?
No, I think they
Oh, look it up. We're going to look it up. We're going to look it up.
Look it up. Look it up. Look it
We'll look at a few games while he's looking it up. We got the Bills, Buffalo playing the Houston Texans at Houston. I don't know. Buffalo, I probably should have handled this game. And, man, Josh Allen broke all kind of records last week. What he had? He had 3 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. He broke a record. And Houston, this week, well, Houston's offense has been pretty poor without their quarterback. So the Buffalo Bills should handle that game. The Chiefs play the Colts. I don't know what's going to happen there. I would say more than likely the Colts are going to win that game. Seahawks play the Titans. Seahawks should win that one. Minnesota and the Packers. That'll be a tough game. I don't know who's going to win that one. Packers have not looked that great. Minnesota hasn't.
I think they are playing. But supposedly, I think they got called on for disciplinary reasons. Marty, what is his name? The coach. Brian Schottenheimer. Benched Lamb and Pickens because
But that was last week.
in
They
the
benched
I
him
know
to start the game.
in the first series because of disciplinary issues.
And they both came out and had a great game.
Yeah.
They had a great
But
game.
I thought they were not playing.
So
I think they
anyway,
got fined or
and
something.
Detroit plays the Giants this week, so Detroit should cover that.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
going to be my survivor team, I think, this week, because I just looked at I'm lasting this. We're in the 12th week, and I'm still lasting in my survivor. If you don't know what survivor is, you pick a team every week, they have to win. No point spread, you just have to win.
And if
but
they
you can
lose,
only pick
you're
the
out.
team once. And if you lose, you're out.
Yep.
So I was looking at my team today, see who was left. Detroit's still hanging. I hadn't picked them yet. I'm a little afraid of golf from what I've seen last week.
Mm-hmm.
But they playing the Giants, so that should be a win, I would think. And they're playing at Detroit.
Steelers at Chicago. I like that game.
That's going to be a good game. Bears have been playing good ball. I think the Bears could probably beat the Steelers. Steelers are hot and cold from week to week. You never know.
Patriots going against the
At
very
Cincinnati.
hurt. The
At
hurt
Cincinnati.
Bengals. The hurt
Bengals are still hurting, yeah. Packers, Packers host the Raiders host the Browns, and the Raiders are favorite. I don't know. That's probably the toilet bowl this week in the NFL. The Raiders and the Browns.
Jaguars, Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals. I don't know. Cardinals been losing every week, seems like. So Jaguars should handle them.
Yep.
I mentioned earlier,
Eagles and
Cowboys
Cowboys.
and the Eagles. I think the Eagles going to handle it. They're playing in Dallas, but the Eagles are good.
I'm going to skip that game because we're going to talk about it.
Now, they didn't play that good the other night.
Buccaneers.
But the defense was playing pretty good on Detroit's defense. So
Buccaneers go to Los Angeles to play the Rams. I think that's going to be a great game.
that's going to be that's a Sunday night game. Yeah, that's
Yep.
going to be a good game.
Then on Monday Night Football, Panthers go to 49ers.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the 49ers
I don't
have been
know.
playing real good ball, but the Panthers have looked better except this loss to the Saints.
Yeah.
But that
Okay.
might say the Saints are better than we
Then-
thought, right? Maybe
Yep.
the Saints are better than we thought.
Yeah. So,
Let's speaking of the Saints,
speaking of the Saints, at 3:25 on
why?
Sunday afternoon,
Why? Why? Late in the afternoon in New Orleans. Why? I don't understand.
don't like it either. The Atlanta Falcons, the Dirty Birds, don't like them.
The Falcons.
The Falcons,
The Falcons. They're coming into New Orleans, and guess what?
they're gonna lose. They
New Orleans
coming
going
down.
to be solid black. Black uniforms, black helmet, everything. We're going to be ready
Yeah.
for the Falcons.
Tyler Shuck will be ready for y'all, buddy.
I hope Tyler has another game. I hope he keeps doing what he's doing. If he's doing what he's doing, he grows into the quarterback that the coaches have hopes. We don't have to worry about drafting a quarterback in the first round of this coming year. We can do what? Draft a running back, draft a linebacker. A linebacker would be a definite need for
Or a
us.
lineman.
Or a lineman, but linebacker for sure. We hadn't drafted any linebackers lately that we could do one of the top-notch linebackers coming out of college.
Yeah.
Probably another running back would be good. I like the boy. I like Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Never know. But anyway, but we could still draft a quarterback later in the third or fourth or fifth round. Bring somebody in to work behind the
Listen,
other
all
guy.
right, so this is a hard question, buddy. Who, in your opinion, who's the top team at the head of the league right now?
In what? The NFL?
Yeah. I mean, it was the Colts a few weeks ago, but now I'm leaning towards Denver.
Denver is.
Denver is a heck of a football team.
Yeah.
Sean Payton got them going right.
NFL standings. Let's look at them real quick. While I'm at it, I'll give you 3 picks in the NFL. I like Detroit -10 over the Giants. I like Jacksonville -3 over Arizona. And the Rams -7 over Tampa Bay. I think they handle Tampa Bay. The Rams defense is very good. Anyway, let's look at the standings real quick. In the AFC, we have the Patriots at 9-2, and Buffalo 7-3.
Oh, I forgot about the Patriots.
We thought Buffalo was going to win that division, and they still can. But New England's a surprise team. They're doing a lot better than what most people do. And of course, they got to play each other. We'll find out. In the AFC North, well, here comes the Steelers. They're hanging in there, 6-4. Ravens coming back. Ravens at 5-5. They're coming back strong now. They got players coming back. The South, Indianapolis still 8-2. They're still a good football team, but right behind them is
Jaguars.
at 6-4. And in the West, you mentioned the Broncos, 9 wins and 2 losses. Sean Payton getting it done down in Colorado. And right behind them is the Chargers at 7-4 and Deadly Chiefs down lower. Deadly Chiefs, they're in bad shape. What we doing? NFL. Where's the AFL? Where's this NFL?
NFC.
NFC.
Right there.
Okay, clicking it wrong. All right, NFC. Eagles 8-2. Closest team to them is Dallas at 4-5, and they play each other this week.
Yep.
In the NFC North, the Chicago Bears
We're leading that division.
7-3 with the Packers at 6-3, 6-3-1, and the Lions at 6-4-0. That's going to go down to the wire in that division. Down in the South, where we're at, well, Tampa Bay
Still
6-4, Panthers 6-5, Falcons 3-7, we 2-8. I think we end up winning this game. That'll be 3-8. We can win probably 3 more games. I think we can beat the Jets. I think we can beat Miami, and we should be able to beat the Tennessee Titans. And then we play the Falcons and the Panthers and all them again. So we'll have to see what happens between now and the end of the year. We should end up with at least 6 wins, I would think, 5 or 6 wins. In the West, the Rams 8-2, Seattle 7-3, 49ers 7-4. And the lonely Cardinals down to 3-7. So, who's the best teams? I still think in the NFC, it's probably the Eagles and the Rams. I think the Eagles and the Rams are the two best teams in that division right now. In the AFC, I think it's New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. Right?
Yep.
That's what I think. That's what it looks like. So we'll have to find out. A lot of good football games coming up this week, and the Pelicans. Well, we had another coach fired, by the way. Pelicans let their coach go this week after 14 games. Now you would think upper management would make a decision before the season rather than at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And make a change instead. Instead now,
in my opinion, if you were going to fire him, you should have fired him at the end of the season last year.
Yeah, had a new coach come in to put a new program in. Right now, we all back on with an interim coach, and now we're searching for a coach, and we got a long season ahead of us. Season just started, so Pelican fans, you're gonna have to live in the misery, kind of like the Saints fans for this year. Maybe we'll grow in the next couple of years. Hopefully, the Saints will. We plan on seeing them in the Super Bowl sometime in the next 5 years, right? They got to be in there. We got to get there. This coach will get them there, I think.
Yep.
My picks again, real pick. Only if you can afford. Only if you can afford, make a wager. If you can't afford to lose it, don't.
Yep.
Duke minus 6.5 over North Carolina. USC plus 9.5 over Oregon. Jacksonville State minus 1.5 over Florida International University. In the NFL, Detroit minus 10 over the Giants. Jacksonville minus 3 over Arizona. And the Rams minus 7 over Tampa Bay. All right, that's it for the NFL. How about what happened with the UFC? Remember, we watched some of that last week.
So we had some good fights last Saturday night for my UFC fans. I know a lot of people couldn't buy the pay-per-view, but the pay-per-views are almost over, guys. It's almost over. We're almost at Paramount. We just got a few more months. So, I say it was a heck of
all the favorites win?
card, huh?
Did all the favorites win, pretty much?
Yeah. So, let's say the last fight of the prelim, Bo Nickel and I think his name was Vieira. I think it was in the third round. He was beating him pretty decisively, and he head kicked him, and Bo Nickel knocks him out.
Yeah.
And he was flipping off the fans and all this. It was funny. Then, the first fight of the card, Beneil Dariush and Benoit Saint Denis, which I said was going to be a good fight.
It was over quick.
It was over in 16 seconds.
Yeah, I remember that fight last week. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Then the next fight, another knockout. Here we go in the second round.
They were trying to drag it on because it was supposed to go to midnight, and they were running out of fights.
So, it was in the 16 seconds of the first round. The next fight was in the second round. Leon Edwards and Carlos Prates. It was a pretty even first round. And then Carlos Prates sent that man to the shadow realm. Knocked him with a jab. My dad was laughing because Leon Edwards took flight, went upwards when he got hit. And then he got knocked out. He's out cold. Carlos Prates got another win. He wants the title fight next, but I don't know if they're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
Then, the next fight, Michael Morales and Sean Brady. Sean Brady should have taken him down, in my opinion. In the first round again, in a minute, Michael Morales somehow knocks out number 2 ranked Sean Brady.
Yeah.
And he wants the title shot.
There was a lot of knockouts. There was a lot of knockouts in that.
Then we get to the co-main and the main event. Co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko and Zhang Weili. Shevchenko dominated the whole fight.
But lost.
No, she won.
Oh, okay.
No, but
I couldn't remember.
But it went all 5 rounds. So
yeah,
it was
they wanted to go 5 rounds because they needed to run those that time.
It was a pretty boring fight. It went all 5 rounds. Shevchenko won very decisively by decision. And then we got to the main event. Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. Now, Islam came out there. He wanted to be the double champ. And he did it. JDM came out angry, looking like he was locked in. Entering that 4th round, he looked like he was about to cry. Like he was getting manhandled. The whole fight. I wouldn't say it was a boring fight. I mean, some people would say it was boring, but I liked it because Islam just like carried him. And Jack was fighting. He was trying, but there was no match for Dagestani power.
Yeah, speaking of crying, you noticed Arch Manning in the Georgia game.
Oh,
Arch was on the sideline crying, so I don't know. And I saw, what's his name, Matthew McConaughey left. Looked like he was crying too.
So anyway, yeah, Jack was upset. And Islam obviously won the fight. Got him 2 belts. He's the double champ. Now he's the champ of the welterweight division. So who knows who he'll fight next. He said he wants the White House. Very likely. So we don't know. So that's it. Oh, this week they will Ian Gary fights Bilal Muhammad in Qatar. But that was about it.
Well, that's why he does it, because I could not say all those names. I could not remember them. So anyway, I'm glad he does that part of our show. Anyway,
yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hey, share us. Let people know you're watching us. Let people know so they can come look at us. We give you a recap of everything that happened and then what we think is going to happen in the future. So anyway, if you're looking for something, you can't find it. What do?
You look it up.
Go Saints.
Go Tigers. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Take care.